In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your website using Carrot. It's the fastest and easiest way to set up a website as a real estate investor so you can get more motivated sellers coming to your website. Without further ado, let's get to the video. All right, so obviously the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and buy Carrot. So as you can see here, I have the pricing page pulled up. Usually what I like to do right away is just choose the starter plan, because the starter plan is going to probably be the best for you just to start out. If you need other things, you can always add things on as you go. So you go ahead, get the starter plan, and you're going to create your account with your business name, business address, and everything like that. That way it automatically syncs to your website when you create it. Then once you go ahead and create your account, it's going to bring you to this page right here where it's going to decide on what you want your site to be. Obviously, in this case, as an investor and a wholesaler, we're going to choose the real estate column. Now, I'm always going to choose the motivated house sellers because we're always looking for motivated sellers. It's where the big bucks come from. Now, it pretty much brings you to your design on which you want to choose. Now, of course, this is my personal plan, so it's going to go to the advanced plan. The starter plan might not have all of these exactly the way you see them, but either way, they all look pretty good, and I would choose really any one of them. And so I'm going to go ahead and choose this one to start out with, and we will click next. All right, now so it's going to bring us to the new site. Obviously, as you can see here, it added my location automatically, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I'm just going to name it a new site just for the temporary being here. So I'm just going to choose SEO for now. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter exactly what you choose for this. It just choose SEO for now, because that's all kind of what we're going for, unless you do paid ad in the future. Now, I'm going to do Sioux Falls, South Dakota as my main primary market. I'm going to leave this exactly the way it is right now. Adding other additional locations is something we will do down the road once we create our content and all of this, because we don't want automated content, automated pages that Carrot's going to give us. That'll be in future videos and when we'll show this. But we're going to go ahead and click View Your Site, and it's going to pretty much generate the entire site for you, and once it's finished up, it's going to look pretty good. All right, so now we have our website fully completed exactly the way the base model would give you in Carrot, which is super awesome, because if you scroll through here, it's going to give you great things like a Google review, already written content for you, some video placeholders to put your testimonials. It's truly a great platform. Putting in a website on Carrot really doesn't get any easier than this, especially when it's real estate specific and looking at real estate investors to get motivated sellers. I mean, this looks like a very, very awesome website right out of the gate. Obviously, you can do your own design, and you can also do your own content with it too, which is what I would highly recommend. Now, the biggest thing I want to make sure that we get down is adding your domain to this website so it actually shows up on Google. So I'm going to show you exactly how to add a domain to this, and pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to go over here and you are going to go to the site, and then we're going to go to settings. So once I find that here, so then you're going to get to your dashboard, and there's going to be a lot of things over here to the left, and you're going to go to settings. And what this is going to allow you to do is you're going to allow yourself to add a custom domain to the website. That way you can get it on Google. Now, for this example, I'm going to use Namecheap.com. This is my favorite one to use with Carrot because they are directly affiliated with them, and they are very, very easy to hook up to this. I mean, it usually is very difficult to hook up a domain in certain WordPress and other places like that, but adding it with Namecheap is going to be very, very simple, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to simply type it in here, and I just use this House Buyers Nashville as kind of a joke. I like to use it for all my examples, so I'm just going to save it for this site temporarily. And then what it's going to do is you're going to add your domain. It's going to bring you to this page right here where you're going to add DNS records. Now, this can get very confusing, but no matter if you use Namecheap or GoDaddy or whatever the case may be, it's still very, very simple. And pretty much what you're going to do is I'm going to go to Advanced DNS here in Namecheap. And we're going to go to right here where it's going to say add a new record, and I'm going to say an A record, and then I'm going to use the @ symbol as well. And then it gives you an IP address where when you go over to Carrot, it says you have to put in the @ symbol with the A record along with their IP address that they use for the company. So that you're going to go ahead and do that, and click the green check mark button, and you're going to let that load in there. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing, what we're going to do is add a CNAME record to the DNS here as well. So we're just going to go back to the advanced DNS, go ahead to CNAME record, and for the host, we're going to choose www instead of the @ symbol this time. We're going to go ahead and choose carrot.com, and we're going to go ahead and click that. And now from there, what we're pretty much going to do is I'm just going to click and refresh this button until the domain is officially connected, because we should have done everything properly from here on out. All right, so we are now back to this page where it added our DNS record. Everything is green light, good to go. As you can see, it gives us an SSL certificate request. Basically what this does is when you're able to search up your URL for your website when it's connected, it's not going to give you the privacy needed, or it's going to actually allow you in the website. For example, if I was to look up House Buyers Nashville right now, it will show you exactly what I'm talking about. It says your connection is not private. It's going to prevent this from happening once your SSL certificate actually comes. So if this happens, do not worry. Once this SSL certificate comes within the next 24 hours, it will be good to go and you'll be able to see your website actually pulled up. So now what we're gonna do is we have the domain connected and everything is good to go. We're gonna go on the last thing, and it's gonna be adding it to Google Search Console. Now, Google Search Console is essentially a hub for Google on where you can input your website that you just published, and it's going to allow you to get your pages indexed. And what I mean by getting your pages indexed is actually having it displayed on Google. A lot of people don't know that when you get a page published, when you publish a new page, it's not actually indexed on Google right away, meaning that if you try to find it on Google on the search bar, it's not going to actually find it, or it's not going to actually be there until it gets indexed by Google, because what they do is they get to allow exactly what comes through their doors. They get to pick and choose what they want displayed on Google and what they don't, if they deem it good or bad, right? And so if you're not displayed right away, don't worry. It can take a little bit to get displayed, especially your home page is going to get displayed very fast. But if you start adding location pages, this is something to look in for the future. Now we're going to go up here, and I'm just going to go down here, and I'm going to click add property, and I'm just going to add my domain here. So housebuyersnashville.com, and I'm going to continue with this. It's going to pull up this, and it's going to give us the directions on how we're going to get it added to Google Search Console. So we're just going to go back to our DNS just like we did before, and this time we're going to add a TXT record. And pretty much all you're going to do is just copy this right here. And in this case, sometimes there's already TXT records added. So in this case, if you're using Namecheap, you're going to go ahead and you're going to edit this record. But if you use GoDaddy and other ones, more than likely you're just going to add a new TXT record, and it should be good to go. But make sure to check if you have a TXT record already in your domain, no matter what you're using. Go ahead and edit this one, because if you add a new one, it's not going to work. So we're going to go ahead, and it says edit blocked record, and I'm going to say yes. And then I'm just going to make sure that it goes to the add symbol, and I'm going to copy this, and then I'm just going to go ahead and paste this in there. Then it's going to be the green check mark, and once it gets added in there, we should be good to go. All right, so it went ahead and it saved it for me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and I'm just going to click the verify button. Now, I'm going to give it a few seconds, because sometimes it can take a little bit, and it's going to tell you that it's not added yet or something failed. But more than likely, you just got to give it a few seconds. So I'm going to give it some time here, click verify, and if it doesn't work, then I'm going to go ahead and try it again. So as you can see here, it says owner verification failed. And what I'm going to do is, just because as you can see here, it just simply hasn't updated in the domain yet. So I'm going to go back to my DNS, and I'm just going to make sure that it's all there. Maybe give this a little refresh and just kind of go over there, come back here, and I'm going to go ahead and verify it again. And there we go. So it says ownership verified. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the property. What this is going to do is it's going to take a few days to get data for you, but what you can do is you can basically guide your entire website. It's going to show you what pages are indexed. It's going to show you a lot of different info as far as how many clicks your website is getting, how long people are on your website, the site speed of your website, right? A lot of different things, and it's completely free. Google Search Console, they give you these tools for free to make sure your website is completely optimal. And I will run an entire video on this in the future, but for now, let's just get it in Google Search Console. That way we can get everything going. So thank you so much for watching the tutorial on how to set up your Carrot website. It really is as easy as it gets. But if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, like if you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe to my channel. It's going to help me out quite a bit. If you're interested and you want to get your website ranked at the top of Google in your local market, that way you can get motivated sellers, my company, Motivated Seller Marketing, can help you with your SEO purposes. Now, if you're interested in getting your website ranked and want to use me to set up your website, click the link below, and I'd be happy to chat with you in regards to this. And if you don't have Carrot already, I'll put a link in the description. That way you can get it very quickly from here. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.